Hey, welcome to the Hanger Z podcast. I'm your host, John Gray. With us today is Ray Freeman. Ray is an American patriot. He served in the U.S. military for quite a long time, is currently living in Florida, and is an EMS pilot for Air Methods. Happy to have you here with us today. Jeff, unfortunately, is not available to join us. He's got some family commitments, so always happy that he gets to spend time with the family. I guess his sons are in town and whatnot, so... But Ray, happy to have you here. How you doing, sir?
Welcome. Welcome. Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
All right, next question. Would you rather eat rotten eggs or drink sour milk?
Man. I'm a smell guy too. So if I, throw up, if I see it, hear it, or smell it, a sympathetic puker type. So, and I've had some bad experiences with bad milk. I guess a rotten egg.
Yeah,
that's tough.
Yeah, I would go with the rotten egg. I mean, the rotten egg that smells bad, right? But it may not taste as bad.
Sure.
I mean, you've got with the sour milk, you've got the bad smell, the bad taste, and that nasty consistency with that milk.
Yeah.
Just it looks all chunky. Yeah. No, thank you. Absolutely disgusting.
Yeah.
Talking about the sympathetic puking, has that made for some interesting transports when you're flying patients that may not smell the best?
I've been very lucky that I haven't had any burn patients in the last year, but there have been some gastro issues that were, pretty ripe. I gutted it out. I didn't have any issues with it, but the transports where people are throwing up in the back, that has been an issue.
You have your own bag in the front?
That might be one of my funny stories later, but it's not a fan.
Well, man, we're here. Let's hear it.
Oh, so one of my crew chiefs, when I was in the Alabama Guard, I was working offshore full time but part time in the Guard, and I didn't know it because I was new to the Alabama unit. But this guy was a puker, and we went out. We were doing an air assault, and he had run out to eat lunch, which most of us didn't have time to eat lunch because we planned and briefed this big air assault. Well, it was a really rough day. Front had come through, so a lot of wind and turbulence, and I smell. All of us are hungry, so I smelled barbecue. I'm like, oh, somebody must be cooking barbecue. It wasn't. This poor kid, we're doing 110 knots in a Blackhawk, and they're side-facing crew chief seats. And I look back, and this kid has got a hold of the handles, the oh crap handles. His face stuck out the window, and is just puking both sides of his face. It's coming back in the aircraft, and it's swirling. The other crew chief's trying to hide behind his seat to keep from getting covered. And a big chunk, evidently he didn't chew his food all that well, flew up, and it landed on the center console, like on the face of the GPS. And I'm trying not to throw up because now I can see it, I can hear it, and smell it. And we had the Dairy Queen windows in the old Alpha model Blackhawks, and I've got my face stuck down there. I'm flight lead, so I'm, it's my, nav and timing and all that stuff. And every time I look over at the GPS to see our timing per our leg, I see this big chunk of barbecue chicken, and it's growing every time I look at it. So I reached over and flicked it, and it hit the pilot, the guy that's flying, my co-pilot, his leg. He's freaking out because it was just a shit show.